Hi everyone, it's Lenny from Urban Automotive, and today we are asking that question. Why would you spend 100 grand more on an URUS over an RSQ8? So it's that question that everyone is talking about. Whenever you post an URUS or an RSQ8, why didn't you get an RSQ8? Save yourself 100 grand. I suppose it's really down to whether you shop at Marks & Spencer's or you shop at Tesco. You know, whether you prefer designer trainers or you're just happy with Nike, Reebok, or whatever else. Whether you want to buy a Rolex over a Timex. They both do the same job, but if you're into designer clothes and you want a little bit more wow factor, that's where the URUS comes in. Now, the conversation I have with a lot of people who argue against that fact is, have you driven one? Because I've driven both of these, and there is something about the URUS. Obviously, it's got a little bit more power, but there's just something about it. The noise, the road presence, the feel of the car seems a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more sporty. It's just got a little bit more fizz about it. So I did have a friend who owned a hire car company, performance hire car company. He's always had about 5 or 6 Lamborghini Huracans on fleet. Now, he was saying, get an RSQ8. Save yourself 100 grand, don't need an URUS. I sort of said, well, ain't funny, why did you buy 5 or 6 Huracans over R8s? Based on the same platform, same sort of performance. Why? More wow factor. That's all it is. So our own MD, Simon, he's had both of these. He owned an RSQ8 and he had a URUS for a couple of weeks, one that we had in part exchange, and he said they're different as well. But there's one thing that the RSQ8 has got over the Lamborghini, and that's, I think you could probably leave this somewhere and not worry about it too much. Leave it in a Tesco car park, leave it in Sainsbury's car park, in a shopping centre somewhere. You don't have to worry too much about it. Now, when the URUS was being used for a couple of weeks, we left it on a road somewhere and someone nicked the Lamborghini off the badge. I don't know what they're doing with it, whether they put it on a gold chain and they're rocking about with it, I'm not sure. But that's the one thing. It is a £250,000 super SUV. Is it an everyday car? Are you going to spend 250 grand on an everyday car? So obviously, being at Urban, this is a Nero URUS, so it's got the full carbon fibre package, splitter, 24-inch alloys, carbon arches, carbon rear spoiler, carbon rear diffuser. This looks a little bit more aggressive than a standard URUS anyway. So of course, where the similarities lie, the interior, they are quite similar. The tech inside is obviously almost the same, but there's one thing that this has got that the RSQ8 hasn't, and it's in the middle of the steering wheel. It's got a Lamborghini badge. Lloyd, Audi RSQ8 or Lamborghini URUS? Why?
Depends how much attention you want. Probably, if you like something a bit more subtle, RSQ8. If you want to make a bit of noise and turn some heads, URUS.
Right, so just to prove a point, I'm going to ask the boys here what they prefer. Audi RSQ8, Lamborghini URUS. Let's see how we get on. Dad, Audi RSQ8 or Lamborghini URUS?
RSQ8.
Why?
User friendly, not as aggressive.
Ooh. Okay. Good luck. Thank you. Mike. Audi RSQ8 or Lamborghini URUS?
Lamborghini URUS, no question about it.
Done. Boom. Straight in there. Thanks, Mike. Dad, Lamborghini URUS or Audi RSQ8? Why?
URUS, mate, all day long.
There we go. Boom. Done. Lamborghini URUS or Audi RSQ8? What do you say?
Lamborghini.
Because it's a Lamborghini?
Yeah, probably.
Done. Dom. Lamborghini URUS or Audi RSQ8?
Lamborghini.
Because it's Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Done. See? This is what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying. Point proven. Adam. Lamborghini URUS or Audi RSQ8? What do you say?
Audi.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that sounds stupid, but it's just me. That's just me.
That's fine. No, this is the point. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. Just prefer the Audi.
I do. Same as RS4.
He's an Audi guy. He's an Audi guy. What would you say? Lamborghini URUS or Audi RSQ8? Why?
URUS because it's got more wow factor.
Boom. Done.
Probably the same. I've always said an RS6 would be my ideal daily, but I started swaying towards the URUS.
Okay, right, there we go. See, wow factor, it's all about the wow factor. Thanks, boys. BMW M2 or Mercedes E-Coupe? Mercedes E-Coupe. Oh, they're having a meeting. Walk back through and see if size about the governor, the MD. Oh, full carbon. The Lamborghini URUS. Beautiful. Still pretending to be on the phone to avoid us. Let's ask you a question. And this is why you don't see Simon as much on the Urban Automotive YouTube channel. You've got to see more of this because he's so constantly busy. I've got stuff to do as well, but he's more important. While we're waiting for Si, I found another use for the back end of a Defender. Like good, like pub car, park car, just pipe there, leading post. Just part of the Godfather, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Just as I think he's about to finish a phone call. Simon from Urban Automotive.
Yes.
Audi RSQ8 or Lamborghini URUS, what are you saying and why?
Lamborghini URUS.
Wow factor?
Yeah.
You've had both, or you've driven both?
I've had both.
You've had both?
Completely different car.
They are?
Audi.
Based on the same platform?
Audi is so it's quick, agile, but it's got no right.
But what I'm trying to say is that there's no right or wrong answer, is there? There isn't. Like, it's subjective. You know, if you want something a little bit more...
Well, it's not. It's based on budget.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah, the budget is obviously the key thing. 100 grand's difference between the two. 130 once you've had our Nero kit and everything else onto the URUS.
Yeah. URUS has held its money for so much longer. We're nearly 3 years into URUS now, and yeah, it's still holding its money.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. So that could be another key point as well.
18-month-old car, almost going for list. So it means you're almost getting free motoring out of that car versus probably a £25,000 drop.
Yeah. So that's the other thing to consider. Yes, you're spending more money, but you, in the long run, saving money. Do you know what I mean? And they are completely different cars. So I think that's, you know, we say it's subjective and we say it is obviously budget and stuff like that, but the URUS
is better.
You can literally just fit like cut there. Everything I've said, ignore it. The first 5-6 minutes of this video, Simon from Urban Automotive, URUS is better.
URUS is better, and that's that. Buy an URUS.